Hello, I'm Jeff Byers. I'm going to take you through how to create an interior level in Unreal 3 engine, UDK. Well, we'll go ahead and start by deleting the objects in here. So I'm going to delete the floor. We're going to keep this, of course, PSP. Don't want to delete that. I'm going to take this light and move it up. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and right-click over the cube. Actually, let's go ahead and right-click over the cylinder. And we are going to do 8 sides. And we are going to do 1024. Let's do the radius at 512. And the outer radius at 1024. Let's make this hollow. Let's make the inner radius at 1016. Okay. And we made it hollow. Go ahead and cancel that and subtract, and that gives us a hollow cylinder, but doesn't have a ceiling or a floor. So in the book, it's going to tell you to actually create an inner piece and scoop it out, which we can do. So let's go ahead and Control-Z that back. And right-click over this, and we can go ahead and don't make it hollow. Keep the inner radius at 0. And cancel, and go ahead and add that. And then we'll click on the PSP, go back into here, and we'll just do a negative, make that a bit smaller. And let's go take 8 minus that, so it'd be be 0.4. And minus this would be 16. So 1016. There we go. 504, 1016, and okay, so that should do it. Let's go and cancel that and go up here to the top view. Take a look at this, see if that's working. Looks like it's working okay. So that's our interior. Yeah, that should work pretty good. Let's go ahead and subtract that. Okay. And we want to keep going, so let's go ahead and move that around. Get a top view of this. Alright. Let's click on the cylinder. Let's right click over for a cube. And do 512 by 512. And 512. And we'll do hollow, and we'll do 8. That'll give us 6-inch walls. And let's go ahead and add that. Let's Control Z that a minute. Let's go back, move that out of there. And let's take a look at this. And we're going to follow the diagram here. And use the middle mouse button. And we got a measurement of about 288. Around there. Let's click on this guy again and move it over a little bit. Okay. I'm holding down my middle mouse button, just kind of getting a basic. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty good. And let's go to side view. Looks like it's pretty good. That looks good. Okay. So that's our little room. Then we're going to create another room. So let's go ahead and add that. Okay. We're just going to do one. I'm going to put one in the corner here. And we are going to have some different. We're going to do a 1024 by 1024. Keep the same, 512, 8, and hollow. Go ahead and cancel that. Make sure we're at the right level. And let's go ahead and place this kind of, oops, looks like let me Control Z that back. Use the arrows, and let's kind of level that out with this one right here. So you can see I've got the grid right here. Okay, that'll get it where we need it to be, and that'll work. We could bring it farther or get it closer. We wanted to, but we want to kind of have it in the same line. We kind of want to have it centered here. Okay. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And as long as we get close to what it looks like in the overall piece in the diagram figure 2.31 on page 37 of the book, we should be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. Okay. Now I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to build a hallway. So I'm going to right click over that again, and we are going to build a hallway. We're going to do 256 by 256 by 200. Let's do 256 on this too. 256. There we go. So that should be tall enough to get through the hallway. We could make that a little taller if we wanted to. So Z, we could do something like 320 if we want to. That's the height here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and hollow that out. It's going to be hollowed too. It's going to zoom in a little bit. And let's place that at the same level as everything else, as you can see. Now the hallway, we want to move it up a little bit to match the height of this. Okay, so we got some discrepancies here. So that looks good. The inside of this guy here probably could match that a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and scale that up a little bit. So I'm going to hit this guy right here. And we're going to scale that in. So I'm going to actually click on non-uniform and make this a full. And it's kind of make that down. We're going to have to change this scale to maybe something like 2. I'm going to click on the yellow. Okay, scale that down a little bit. And try to match it up if we can. Doesn't seem to want to do it. So what I can do is, if it's not cooperating, I can go in here and click on geometry mode, and I can fine-tune it by holding the Control and Alt and doing marquee select. And notice that it's all messed up right here. We're going to go to back into scaling mode, and we can go in here, go to World, and we want to go into the Move, and we want to move this up, and we want to just so it matches pretty good here, and get as close as you can. Match it best you can. That's pretty good. And then we'll do the bottom. Same thing. Click off. Click on the other part, yellow part, and go into your mode and marquee select that and get a little bit closer. And we're trying to match that right here, so they blend really nicely. Okay, that's close enough. Might have a little indiscretion, but that's okay. So click on that. And since we did that, we have to build all, and I like to build all real quick. So we're going to build the geometry. Here we go. That should go pretty quick. And now let's take a look at where we have this and how it matches everything here. Looks good. Good and clean. And then we'll go in here to the top view and see where we've got everything aligned. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and this is going to be our hallway. I'm going to match this up to the outside wall. Okay, that looks good. Alright. Zoom out a little bit. And then I'm going to go into geometry mode and hold down the Control Alt and select it. And move that over so we get a nice flush area right there. Now notice that it's not matching up as far as being in the center, so just kind of eyeball it, get into the center as close as you can. That looks pretty good. Right, we'll go ahead and go to the side view, make sure everything's looking good. Side view, nothing's changed. Go here as well. Check it out. Looks good. Close this out. Go to the top view again. And let's go ahead and subtract, or excuse me, add. So this is what we got so far from the perspective. And that's about as far as we'll go with this video, and then we'll continue to add and follow the figure 2.31, and we'll come back and we'll finish this up.